Peace, 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 peace. What is the science? What it do? What it is? What it be like? Yo, shit, chill, chill. Hold on, let me do a little bit of thing right quick. Doing a little bit of thing right quick. What the man? Pace, pace, pace. Being all wise and ready. Pace. Pace, pace. All wise. Hold on, let me check.
I speak for the
Let me
five
check.
fluency, dude.
Let me check. All right, cool, 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 cool. Everything is pace. Everything is pace. Yeah. So, topic is being all wise and ready. Boom, 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 boom. That's the science. Pace. Hey, Almighty. This for you, guy. Peace, peace. So the topic, today's topic is being all wise and ready. So look, check it out. What inspired the name for this topic? The name of this live is I don't know if you guys heard, but Washington State got hit um, by a storm that is called a bomb cyclone. A damn cyclone came and hit Washington State. And look, it was Tuesday night, and like the winds was crazy. Like it was something. It was something. And Tuesdays and Wednesday, uh, you know, evening or yeah, evening. I have a boxing class, and I'm a coach. I'm a volunteer coach. And so when we was leaving on Tuesday, the wind was crazy. I mean, the wind was crazy all the whole time I was there, but the wind was crazy. And so when we was leaving, it was like, man, the wind was trying to lift me up and take me out of here. You're on some Dorothy Wizard of Oz kind of stuff. You feel me? And so, and then when we got home, because this is the first time the Queen came and all my children came to the boxing class. The you know, as soon as we got home, maybe like 30 minutes later, there was a loud boom, boom, sound like a damn bomb went off. And like 2 minutes later, our power went out. And in fact, all the power in our area went out. And this is the first storm I've ever witnessed here that did this much damage. There are still places that don't have power 3, 4 days later. So there's a Safeway and Fred Meyer that don't have power. And so yeah. So the topic, being all wise and ready, was inspired by this event that happened this storm that happened. And so, yeah, and I know Almighty is waiting. So, and whoever else, I'm gonna put the link in here. Boom. Like I said, the topic is being all wise and ready. And so I'm gonna put the link in. This week I've been relaxing, so I wasn't releasing things that much this week. I didn't really even record anything, so yeah. Yep. So the link is right here, and we're gonna do it like that. So, anyways, being all wise and ready. This is a different. We're going in a different direction today, right? We still in the realm of uh studying the science of everything in life. We see studying everything in life. So, peace to God.
Peace, peace. I just heard your story about your bomb exploding out in the West Coast. Um,
Oh,
the same thing. Africa go through the same thing in the different manifestation, but it's the same results. Lights out. On Amazon, you can go and get a solar generator with solar panels. So when your lights go out, because they have the same situation in Africa. When your lights go out, as long as your generator and your solar panels are charged up, you can have lights in a blackout. That includes power.
yeah. Everybody deals with blackouts.
Yeah. I don't notice it in New York. If we do, we had a blackout before, but it wasn't seasonal like it isn't regular like Africa. Africa, they got it regular out in Ghana. And you're just talking about it now. I'm like, damn, if that could happen over there in America, it can happen anywhere in America. So, like the guy used to
Yeah,
say, everything is everywhere.
yeah. Because the hurricanes, the South deals with hurricanes. The Great Plains they deal with twisters and tornadoes. The coastal states deal with certain storms and all that stuff. Um, the Midwest they deal with extreme weather up top.
Yeah,
In the northern Midwest, and so um, yeah, I mean it's just you dealing with natural disasters to some scale. You see what I'm saying? And so
right.
the one that happened over here wasn't. Is that a radio or is that your home attendant?
My home attendant, I'm turning the TV down. I'm gonna mute the TV, but my home attendant is on the other side over here.
Yeah, and so how much do you know about generators, solar generators?
I know they on Amazon solar generators with you can get one for 500, 800, 1600, and the price goes up.
Yeah, the cheaper ones, it's not gonna. You're not dealing with the whole house. Like the cheaper
Good.
generators, you're dealing with like electronics. Um, you're gonna be dealing with like your phone, laptop,
A
maybe
light.
a little refrigerator
Yeah.
to power a
Yeah,
whole house.
as far as refrigerators concerned, refrigerators push a lot of power. That push a lot of energy. You talk about 1700 watts. I'm noticing some of them solar generators don't even A lot of them go 1,000 watts, unless you're gonna put some money on it. You're gonna have to put some money on it to get a solar generator that's gonna push more than 1,000 watts.
True
But
indeed, and
it's on
that's
Amazon.
yeah, that's peak watts. Yes, it's there's in a whole bunch of stores too, and so if you don't live in a place that's at least sunny a lot, then solar generators don't make sense.
The second plan B, because I got a plan B for you.
Hmm.
You got the solar wind kit. You got solar generator plus the solar panel with the solar panel and the wind turbine. But I don't know if it's legal in America for individuals to have wind turbines. But I know big corporate companies have wind turbines because America got a lot of stipulations. You know what I'm saying? But you could put solar panels on your house, but I don't know about the wind turbines because the wind turbines, if they explode up there, if you put too much power on it, I'm not an electrician.
Hmm.
So if you know any guys and earths that are electricians, which I know a couple
Hmm.
over here, you know what I'm saying, they could school you on it. And if you know how to count, certain power don't go with certain power, it's not going to give you enough power to do what you want. You know that you got to get stronger
Hmm.
power. You know, power is the strength. So the science is, when you're dealing with the power, you're dealing with the strength. You have an idea, even though you might not even be an electrician, but you know simple mathematics.
Hmm.
You understand? If it don't add up, it don't push. It ain't pushing that much power. But a light bulb don't push a lot of power. With 65 watts, 100 watts, you know what I'm saying, light bulb. So you calculate it. You calculate it from there. You need light. I don't know a heater. I don't know how much you need a heater, how much power a heater pushes. But I know them refrigerators push a lot of power. They push them. They definitely. But Plan B is wind turbine. On Amazon, it's called Solar Wind Kit.
Hmm.
So if you add solar panels with the solar generator and add a turbine with it, you got to put that turbine up 100 feet so it can catch all that air, so it can catch all the wind. You know what I'm saying?
How many people got that much property to do that?
You know the science of slavery. Bob Marley spoke about economical slavery in '63. You know what I'm saying? So we in New York we sardine can. You know what I'm saying? We packed on top of each other. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Maybe upstate or down south, they got a yard and maybe they're not stipulated. Again, back to the laws. America, America got laws. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see if you could put a solar wind kit on your property. But yeah, you're right about that, God.
True indeed. The main thing, even before we get into the electricity output and input and all that, is the cost. And the cost is um, it doesn't make sense um, to do it for how expensive it is. Because like if you're going to put solar panels on your house, right? You're gonna put solar panels on your house. JJ, peace, God, this mail. Oh, peace, peace, peace. That's Mel, the brother Melvin, the brother I was telling you about.
Peace, Melvin, in the name of True Divine.
Peace, peace. Yeah, so a lot of that stuff, yeah, it's like, you know, um, if you live in a windy place, yeah, sure, that's that'll be good. If you live in a place that has enough sunlight for it to make sense, yeah, that's good. there are other generators, right? There are dual generators, some that have take gas and
You
some
can't put
which
that in your house.
you said what?
You cannot put gasoline in your house
That's why you keep it outside.
if you got an outside.
Well, if we're putting up wind turbines, then we got outside.
Yeah, you got an outside. Sure did. The
Yeah, we
science
got
is some people might not have currency, or some parts of the world. Some people might not have currency for gasoline, and or certain parts of the world runs out of gasoline. That the line is 2 days long, 3 days long, 4 days long. Not blocks long, days long.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's well, I'm talking about over here.
Right.
So I can't speak for everywhere in the world because they're not facing what I face.
Sure did.
You see, so that's the being all wise and ready is that we gotta deal with our own geographical locations. And so in my location, I don't gotta worry about hurricanes. So I'm not gonna prepare for a hurricane that's probably not gonna happen over here,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
if I'm gonna prepare for like, the occasional snowstorm, um, blackouts. Blackouts are a big thing. Uh, Mel said, "Peace on my true divine."
Please.
Uh, I'm going to prepare for earthquakes, volcanoes, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to prepare for tornadoes because I mean I'm not going to deal with tornadoes.
Right. Uh, volcano eruption. That's shoot. I think the only way to prepare for that is get out the way because that hot lava come at you. It's melting anything it touch.
Well, you
Melting.
see, good preparation is not being close to it. So
Right.
I don't live close to a active volcano. Like Rainier, Mount Rainier, which is the biggest mountain in Washington, is an active volcano. However, it's not close to me. And so if it erupts, then you know we can get out of here if we need to. But it's not close in the sense that it's like I don't know, like maybe 100 miles or something like that.
Hopefully that's good enough.
I, I'll have to see. Yeah, I have to see. It's yeah, I have to see. But anyways, yeah. So being ready is
That lava ejaculates, and it goes up. It's going. I don't know how far it spread.
yeah. Each one is different.
Yeah.
Each one is different. So, um, like Mount St. Helens in the '80s, it erupted and it blew the side off, like the top, but also the side of the mountain.
Well.
And so, each one is kind of different. And then you got one in Hawaii that's continuously spilling out the lava.
Nah.
You see, so
Lava.
uh, yeah, it's not close, but we will still get the ashes. Yeah, yep. And it just depends, how it will erupt. And I know what people may be like, what does this got to do with the teachings, Allah's teachings, or 5% teachings and stuff like that? I mean,
God and
we
earth. We live on this earth.
exactly. And we got to deal with no matter where you are, you got to deal with natural disturbances. You feel what I'm saying? Natural disasters. So this was the first time I've ever experienced a cyclone. Okay, is as far as what I remember. You see what I'm saying? And I've never experienced a storm that had this much damage over here. And it was nice, quick and fast. Like the wind was hella strong. It was blowing trees over and all kind of stuff. But there's still there's still grocery stores without power. And so the grocery stores, they're not selling anything in refrigerators. They're only selling the shelf stable stuff like the rice, dried beans, the canned foods. They're selling fruit because that got to go, and that doesn't need to be refrigerated. But any meat, any drinks that's in the refrigerator, they at least Safeway, they got it shut down. And so yeah, I haven't seen this much damage from uh from a storm in my experience. You see what I'm saying? And so
If you got a if you got a roof, you might can put that stuff on a roof that nobody could get up there to steal it. That
but
might be a good idea. If you got a flat roof, you got a high flat roof, you might could put that stuff on a roof. You know what I'm
put what
saying?
stuff?
Like a solar generator or solar panels. Or,
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put a solar generator on the roof. You would want to put it like if you're talking about one that is uh strong enough to take to power the house, it would be really heavy
uh,
and it would probably go in my garage because the size of that generator is going to be really big.
do they have some generator? I think they have generators that they put on the side of people's houses
Yeah, that
for the
that would
people that
be
have houses.
yeah, that would be the size of a generator that would need to take care of your house.
That is
And
implanted into the ground, so you can't pick it up and steal it.
yeah, I mean, and they're really heavy too. So yeah. Um and so there's not enough sunlight over here to spend thousands of dollars on solar panels. It doesn't make sense. Like if I was in Vegas, yeah. But
Now, back to what I was saying about Plan B, solar wind kit. Now, if you got solar panels with no sunlight and you got wind turbines that's blowing from the wind, them that solar that wind turbine will power up the solar panels, and the solar panels will give you the power. Plus, you will get power from the wind turbine.
well then you wouldn't need a solar generator. You would just need a wind turbine with a generator and a conversion kit. You
I would
wouldn't need a
suggest
solar generator.
I would suggest both because if the solar generator say works in the nighttime where there is no sunlight at all, it could still power up your solar wind. You could also power up your solar panels through your solar generator and also give you power when it's not blowing wind. Because sometimes
Yeah,
the
you're
wind
talking
ain't
about
blowing.
the wind. The wind. You don't need it to power up the solar panels. You don't need a solar panel. You would just get the wind or the turbine and
There's
hook that up
sometimes
into a generator.
part itself. There's sometimes when that wind turbine isn't turning, and we know when it's not turning, it's not
Hmm.
producing no energy. But my point is, it could be producing energy at nighttime when you rested, where there is no sunlight, and the wind turbine will strengthen the solar panels in the nighttime to give you power, not only through the wind turbine, but also through the solar panels that's not getting no sunlight, but is getting energy from the wind turbine. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
that would make sense if you're in a desert or if you in somewhere that has a whole bunch of sunlight. But when you're over here in the Pacific Northwest or the Northeast, and you're not getting that much sunlight, then it wouldn't make sense to get solar panels. You can have a wind turbine and connect it to a regular generator or a conversion kit. So you don't need the wind turbine to power up the solar panels because you're not going to power up the solar panels. You're powering up the solar generator. And so the
Both,
wind turbine,
both
no,
to give
because
you more power.
Nah, because the solar panel is powered by the sun, and
But
so
it can be charged up by the wind turbine also,
you're talking
morning,
about
noon, or night.
the solar generator, not the solar panel, because the solar panels are the ones that catches the sunlight, and then it converts it and takes it to the solar generator, and that's how you get the power. See, so if you're dealing with the wind turbine, then the wind turbine is going to cause friction, convert it to power, and then you're gonna plug it in into a generator, a regular generator. You don't need a solar generator to do that. See, because a solar generator is specifically for solar, and so there's generators that have different. Like I have a smaller generator that's specifically for like electronics. And so I can buy solar panels. It's not big enough to it's not the ones that go on the roof, but it's some that you can like sit up. You can sit up and then the sun can hit it and charge it, right? And so it also has a plug to where you can plug that generator to the car. And then there's also one that you can plug it into the wall. And so there's different ways to do it. Just like I said, the dual generators, the one with gas, and they also have propane. And so, like, if it's a end of the world situation, yeah, gas is not gonna be available like that. Uh, and that's why you got to have propane and all kind of stuff like that. And so,
I
yeah,
was always under the impression that the solar wind kit, they both charge each other, which gives you more power to use because the more the merrier.
yeah, that's if are in a place that has a whole bunch of wind, because a wind turbine can charge a generator. Any generator that you plug it into, any generator you can plug it into that has a conversion kit, you can convert it because it doesn't have to be a wind turbine and a solar generator. Those are two different things. And so you don't need to have a solar generator because there's some places that don't have a lot of sun but may have a lot of wind. And then
Yeah,
you can deal
I've
with that.
looked on Amazon and I was looking. They have something called a solar wind kit. Did you see that?
No, but you've been talking about it this whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I think that you would reevaluate the solar wind kit on Amazon and tell me what you think about it. Because remember, I'm not an electrician, but from
Hmm.
what they're showing me, if I'm not mistaken on what I'm looking at, they're showing me that the solar panel, the wind turbine can charge the solar panel when there is no wind and give you more power compared to when the wind turbine is not moving, it's not generating energy. So it's not generating energy, and if it's when it was moving, it could charge up the the solar panels to give you power.
It's charging
But
up the solar generator, not the solar panels, the generator.
could you take a look on Amazon and tell me if that's what you see
Sure.
when you get a chance? It's
Because
called a
the
solar wind kit. It's
I
about
I can look
1,600. The ones that I was looking at cost a good 1,600, 2,100. They give you some power.
yeah, that wouldn't even be big enough to do it, to power up your house.
I think
Okay.
when I was looking at the power up the house is what kilo KM. When I'm not an electrician and I'm not big on electricity, that's not one of my favorite subjects, best subjects. But 1 kilo key something K something. If you know about electricity, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Kilowatt.
kilowatt, right? 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatts or 3 kilowatts. I think that's what powers up a whole house.
Oh no,
But
you're
those
gonna
are
need
big.
more than that.
Thing. I seen that on Amazon also. I
Yeah, I'm
seen
looking. Um,
is the one that's 1600, the 2100, or is those strong enough for
yep.
anything?
Right here.
The Solar Wind Kit. It's called the Solar Wind Kit.
Yeah, I know. We get, we get, we get more sunlight than we think. What you mean by we think? Who's we? We get more sunlight than we think in the Northwest. It might not be beaming, but it's there. Nah, we're known as the city of rain because it's overcast most of the year.
Rain, wind turbines work in rain because it blows. That wind blows. Now, the science of the wind turbine that I learned through Amazon, that wind turbine got to be 100 feet above, and it got to be away from the trees because the trees block the wind from hitting it directly. So the higher you put it
All right.
up,
Can you
you
see
put it
this?
up, you catch that wind.
Can you see this?
Damn it, God, I'm on my cell phone.
All right, so complete solar kits. It's the wind
Yeah, there it
turbine.
is.
Yeah.
How much is that about?
This is 2200. Now
Right, I see
this,
stuff like that.
the turbine. So right here in this picture, this is what I'm talking about. This is
Yeah,
the
I'm looking. I can
conversion.
see it. I can see it small, but I can see it.
Hold on.
As far as
All right, so this is
that wind turbine, they got to be 100 feet up in the air. They got to be past the trees. They can't be around
this.
no houses, no skyscrapers. They got to be above. It got to be above the house, so it can
So
get all
100.
that wind. It can get all that wind that you don't get on the ground compared to where there's nothing blocking the wind up above.
So this is what I'm talking about. This turbine right here
Yes,
connects directly to the conversion to the converter, and then it will
yes.
power up. It will power up. Well, this is no, the inverter part itself, the inverter. So the inverter, and depending on how you set your stuff up, the inverter and blah blah blah, then it will power up the generator. But the turbine does not power up the solar panels. That's not the solar panel's job. It will power up the generator or the inverter or whatever
So,
thing you got set up.
question. So,
Mhm.
I'm not an electrician, and I'm not trying to
And
be
and
that I don't know.
this is pretty cheap to have a turbine to power your house. You would need to you would need to put some real bread on because this looks flimsy and cheap. But go ahead.
Um, the wind turbine will give the solar generator power, and that solar generator, as long as it has power, it can give the solar panels power. Is that how it works?
No, that's not how it works. The the turbine will give, let's say in this example, the generator, right? Um, it will give the generator power, and then the generator will keep the power. It will keep it. It will store the power, just like generators do. And if it's sunny or whatever, the solar panels will take the sunlight and then convert it or invert it into power. And then that would be stored in the generator as well. So if you have a turbine and you have a solar panel, those are just two different things to power up the generator. the turbine does not need to be connected to a solar generator. It can be connected to any generator as long as you have the cord to connect it. It's not something that has to, just like my generator is not a solar generator, but you can hook it up to solar panels. It's not a solar generator, but you can hook it up to with solar panels. It's just different ways to do it. And so,
Another thing with the wind turbine I learned from you, Amazon, if you put too much power on that on that wind turbine, that wind turbine can explode. So
yeah,
you got to know what energy you're using to utilize your wind turbine, or you can get double on it.
yeah, the one I saw on them that looks cheap. That looks really cheap. So if you're going to deal with wind turbine, you need to like have some real bread with it, and it needs to be big, right? It can't be plastic. It needs to be big. It needs to be able to power up stuff like that. And so, like I was saying, with the dual generator, uh, gas and propane, because propane can hold for a long time, and you can have takes and you can refill the tanks. And so, I don't have a big generator, but I do have other stuff to make sure we have light and warmth and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's like for me, solar generator is not going to work. How expensive it is, um, it's just it's not going to work for yeah. Male, I'm still waiting. We get more sunlight than we think. Who what you mean? Who you talk about? We think in the Northwest. Yeah. So solar generator is not going to work. So yeah. But that's one for me at least. Because they're also pushing the whole solar generator here. But I mean, a lot of people, it's just matter of fact. Let me look up how much rooftop solar generators are or solar panels cost. And you're not even talking about installation. Let's see, Walmart. Let's see. Well, go ahead. You got a. Oh yeah. In 2024, the average solar panel cost is 31,000 before factoring in savings from tax credits and solar incentives. Yeah, so it's a grip to buy solar. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, true indeed, G. So what's new with you, guy?
Hey, love, peace, and happiness, Lord. I was just glad to add on to what little I can, what little I know about it, because
Hmm.
I've been looking at solar generators and with solar wind kits,
Hmm.
and you say it's cheap. 2,200 is cheap. So does that don't push a lot of power?
Um, what I seen, the amount of panels, it was like 6 panels.
Yeah.
Like one panel would be a few $100s. Um, I would need to see. I would need to look at it again.
Well,
But
it altogether costs 2,200.
yeah, yeah. So if you get in the wind turbine without the pole, because if you're doing it 100 feet in the air, how you getting up there?
In other countries, they got poles that they can set up. They
Hmm.
can put up in other countries. I don't know about here.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the large poles while driving around, like talk about like the large wind turbines, and I seen some videos of farms and stuff, but a regular residential like you can't even build anything that high up without permits and stuff.
Yeah, they got all restrictions. So you got to
Yeah,
do the knowledge to the laws in your county because it changes per county. Laws change. They got
yeah.
restrictions a
So
lot. They have a lot of restrictions in
yeah,
America, from what a little that I understand.
yeah. So putting it putting a wind turbine up, I would have to see that here, you know, and if it's worth it, because that's a lot of permits, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of construction, that's a lot of money for it
Yeah,
to make sense. That would be a lot of money. That's kind of like if you building your bunker kind of thing, and you got like $100,000 to spend on the project. Then yeah, I would have solar panels, the best solar panels. I will have everything. Yeah, and then having panels also help you save money too on your bills and stuff. Ah man. Oof. And so, yeah, so those of you that may not like, why the hell are they talking about this? Like I was saying earlier, it's that there was it was a storm, a cyclone that hit Washington State. And so being all wise and ready is to prepare for the things that we face in the here and now or in the future. You see what I'm saying? And so I know that we may not have blizzards, right? In where I live at. We may not have blizzards, right? Um, but we do have a lot of blackouts where I live.
oh boy.
And so and the blackouts, it's like maybe 5 hours. There's brownouts, blackouts, stuff like that. And so I know to have plenty of flashlights. I always keep things charged as far as like little generators, as far as like power banks and stuff like that. And so um that's a science. And that
You know, little things mean a lot. I mean to cut your wisdom guard, but one time they had so much blackouts, right? So I mailed them. I went to Amazon and I got headlamps, coal
hmm
miners headlamps. They
yeah,
like six for $20. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They come with three batteries. I think that's AAA batteries,
hmm
and them headlamps come. You as long as you got batteries, you got light. It could be pitch black out there. You got
yeah.
headlamps like you're going in a coal mine. You're going in a mine. You're a miner, a
hmm
coal miner, or diamond mines, or gold mines, or wherever you mines you work in. But they put them things on their head, and those are flashlights,
Yeah.
and they work real good in pitch black, where you can't
Yeah,
see your hand from your face.
yeah, I have a few of them. Actually, is this one? Nope. I have a like when I was at work and I went to Hilton and their power was out. And so I went in there to deliver, and then all the people that was staying at Hilton, they were all downstairs, like all the people that had rooms and stuff like that. And so I turned on my headlamp because or my headlight because I mean, I got it because when I started, it's dark outside. And so yeah, they were like, "Wow, you came prepared," and blah blah blah. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of those. The one at work is the one you can charge, and you can charge it. So that one doesn't need batteries, but I buy the ones that you can get with batteries. I get that from Costco. And I am about
Okay.
to change my location because there's no need for me to stay right here. So I'm gonna change my location. So go ahead.
Okay. Um, Today's mathematics is wisdom, or be born a culture. My culture is free, so wisdom on wisdom because I learned my knowledge first. You know, wisdom to me is being wise and manifesting great divine expressions. You know what I'm saying? Being wise with your divine expression, expressing positive thoughts. You know, wisdom in on wisdom. But before a person can wisdom on wisdom, he has to first learn his knowledge. Knowledge comes first in our nation. So there's always knowledge before wisdom. That's the law of mathematics. So you acknowledge your knowledge before you wisdom on your wisdom. You know, and learn your lessons before you speak on things of the earth. Learn yourself first. You know, wisdom in on wisdom. You know, wisdom on a flag. That's the Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent, you know, like the moon, you know, symbolic to the black woman, Queen Mother Earth, Mother Civilization, the bearer and receiver of life, and my divine light. She's the branch. And she's the branch. She's the biblical core. She's the branch. The wisdom in all wisdom, God. That's how I see today's mathematics. Plain and simple. But yeah, what you were saying, God?
Just that's peace, and of course, today's supreme mathematics is wisdom, being born to culture freedom. And
I had
uh, you said what?
yeah, mine originally had culture freedom, yes.
Yeah. And so the both of us sharing our wisdom, right? Our thoughts on how we can better improve some of the stuff that we're facing as far as because it's fall over here in the Western Hemisphere, it's fall. And so heading to winter. And so both of us sharing wise words, thoughts, and what our actions could or would be when we dealing with natural disasters, natural phenomenon, stuff like that.
Yeah.
uh, I see that is extending what culture is thought to be. You see what I'm saying? Like we're not just in a box to say, oh, this is only what Allah's 5% deal with. This is only what Allah's 5% talk about, right? Because I consider myself as a prepper, and I'm a 5%er, and so I can talk about both things to the best of my ability, right, or to the best of my understanding, and I can tie it in together, right, without having it contradict one another. You
Right.
see, 'cause being a prepper doesn't mean I'm religious. It just means I prepare for the things that I know was going to come, right? So we write our history in advance. And so me preparing for my history in advance is looking at the patterns of what my family go through. So if there's blackouts, I don't want to be at the mercy of not being prepared because I got 5 children. And so if there's not enough water, food, there's not enough electricity, there's not enough power to charge because there's emergencies. And so if
Yeah.
our phones, if we don't have anything to charge our phones or charge up anything, then that's dealing with a bad culture on my part. You see what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
means I ain't free. Peace, Sakanulu.
I agree.
So that's how I see it. Today's mathematics dealing with the topic that we're talking about. Because, like I said, it is fall turning to or it is fall turning to winter in the Western Hemisphere. You see, and so is something that, and like I said, I deal with is blackouts, storms, not crazy storms. This one was a crazy storm. Peace, Shakanulu. Bunker is what I need. Yeah, you could get a cheap bunker. Like you could get a shipping container. Shipping containers are very cheap. You could get one like $2,200. You could buy a shipping container if you got the land, if you got the space.
I don't know what's up with my phone. I keep getting punched off, and I'm punching right back on. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, Melvin said bunker is what I need. And I was just building on how to get a cheap bunker or an affordable bunker, right? Is that you can buy a shipping container. And a shipping container, and I mean, people are making houses out of shipping containers. So you can buy a shipping container for like $2,200, a used one.
But boy, the universal truth,
Uh,
being I watch a lot of YouTube, I've seen some YouTube videos about rebuttals on shipping containers that when they leak, they on the inside do damage, and it's not good for your health. So I think that need to be reevaluated
nah,
because
because
we will look at it from all options.
yeah, because I mean, you could look into a house and it leaks, but that don't mean you don't need a house.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah.
like that's why you need to inspect a shipping container. Because if you get one that's all beaten up and stuff, and it just depends on what you're using it for.
Yeah,
You see, if you're using it for a bunker, then you're going to probably get a new one,
yeah,
and you're going to
yeah,
reinforce the outside with concrete and stuff like that.
yeah.
And you
You
see what
could
I'm
double
saying?
up too. You could double up too instead of one. You can put two.
Get true indeed. And so, uh, yeah, like rust and stuff. Yeah, I could see that. You got to inspect it, just like you inspect anything that you buy. Like if you buying stuff off Amazon, like food and Amazon Fresh and stuff, you got to inspect your fruits and vegetables. You got to inspect stuff. And so, just like if you buying a car, you need to inspect the car, to or get someone that's more knowledgeable. And so, if you buy a shipping container, you want to at least inspect the inside, see if there's any rust, see if there's any damage to the body. Um, 'Cause there's affordable shipping containers that are still good, and so you can purchase some of them. So
I
what's
seen some videos that there was rebuttal on shipping containers about on the inside under all the cosmetics that is doing mold and damage. But okay, yeah, all right. All right.
yeah? I mean, there's YouTube videos about everything, a
Uh-huh.
whole bunch of stuff. You see what I'm saying? There's YouTube videos uh, rebuttaling us. The 5%. That don't mean that's true, and so that's why you got to inspect for yourself. And
Uh,
it just depends on what they was using the shipping container for and what they're going to. You see, so if you're getting a used shipping container, just like a used car, you see, there's bad reviews on cars. That's not stopping people from buying cars. Maybe that car, yeah, I don't want that model, but there's different models, just like there's different shipping containers. And so I've seen restaurants over here that I've been to that had a shipping container as the body of the restaurant. You see, and so um, yeah, it's just you just got to inspect the shipping container. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't know. Could you talk about what they was using the shipping container for, and what in the shipping container grew mold? Do you recall? Oh, you're. I think you muted yourself.
Okay, this damn phone. I
No, you're
tapped
good
one
now.
thing. Yeah, I seen it. I seen the shipping containers, for homes and
Uh-huh.
also stores,
Yeah,
and I also seen them stacked on top of each other. The homes,
yeah,
they turned them into big house, stacked on top of each other, stacked on top of each other, and doubled up. It doubled up also, and also I seen shipping containers are not good. You know, it was good for I seen it in a store. They made some stores out of them,
mhm,
and I also seen them. They made from some homes, and also they made homes that it wasn't good because it caused mold and mildew and leaks that it had under the surface, under the surface. So it didn't go good. But you could do all of that. You could take a look at what I've seen, all of that on YouTube about, because I looked at Ghana a lot. I looked at Ghana. They made stores out of some of them. They made homes out of some of them. And they made not just one home. It was one home, but they stacked them on top of each other like some type of Legos and
yeah,
made stories. They made floors out of
yeah.
it. One home, and looked like boxes on top of each other. It was somebody's home. Like, okay,
Yeah, true indeed. And it just depends on how well they know, you know, what
yeah.
did they do? What if it's leaking? Did they damage it? You know,
I let the professionals. Then you got to come out your pocket. You got to deal. You got to deal with professionals because the person that's best qualified calls the shots.
yeah, sometimes. Yeah. And
You want
so yeah,
safety first. Safety
yeah.
always comes
So
first.
yeah, you gotta deal with carpenters, you gotta deal with electricians, you gotta deal with, the professionals like you're saying, and make sure they can make it safe. That's why there's codes. Like when you're building houses, you got
Uh,
you know you got to have an inspection when you move in, and so that
yeah.
would be the same thing. But yeah, Melvin, that's instead of them like charging you maybe $100,000 or plus for a bunker. I've also saw YouTube videos of people using containers as a bunker and reinforcing the outside with concrete. Because if you just use the shipping container, whatever you're going to put on top of it may be too heavy to where it's going to bend the top. And so you need to reinforce the outside with concrete. Yeah, there's a video of people making a shipping container a bunker, which is dope. Yeah,
Uh,
it's dope.
I've seen a lot of shipping container on YouTube videos, and it was interesting because I was taking a serious look at Ghana, West Africa, and they do that. They do that over there.
Yeah, people do it over here. There's like I said, there's a few restaurants that I know of that have repurposed shipping containers, uh,
Okay.
and they're like the smaller ones too. And
Uh,
there's places that use shipping container as artistic creations. Peace, Shay Shay Production Scholarship Program. Peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. You see, this is this live isn't really our normal live. and I can tell by the people coming in and out, and not many people saying anything, is that this not really our normal life. See what all that above is caused by the Son of Man, and so we dealing with preparation, being all wise and ready. You see what I'm saying? It's a topic that oh, this is a God Tislam.
Just to God, Tislam. Which Tislam? Is this Tislam from Now Justice? Ask him if that's Tislam from Now Justice. Because I
He
just
can
got
hear
off
you.
the phone with him.
He can hear you.
Tislam, are you from Now Justice? Where you from? I don't know. I'm not familiar with Shay Shay Production Scholarship Program.
He
I'm
said,
familiar with
yes,
Tislam.
yes.
That's a lot of respect, brother. I wish you could get on. Get on the line, Tislam. Or you got to go to Streamline, the very beginning of the chat. And you see Streamline, punch on that, put your name in the box, stroll down, and punch on in. Come on in. You're all welcome, God. Peace. I want to see who I'm speaking to. Because I could barely see Shay Shay Productions Scholarship Program. It looks like 3 women, but I might be mistaken because my cell phone got them very small circle picture. It's very small. Testing 1, 2, 3. Wise Prince, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yes. Is he saying anything? Because I can't read. Let me
He
punch it on tech
said, yeah.
chat.
Yeah, I
Oh,
also put the link back in there.
yeah.
Um,
You just called me. Okay. Well, if that's, I guess that is him. But I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with Shay Shay Productions. I see Shakanulu. I see JJ on it because I'm looking at the comments right now. Yeah, peace, JJ. Yeah, Prince. Yeah, peace. Yeah, Streamline. Yeah, okay.
We don't see in the regular season.
so what the hell? What's this? You just called me. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the God about when the God comes on, I'm gonna ask him. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Peace.
My phone. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with my phone.
So
I don't know what's up.
what,
Yeah, he
what
said,
did you
yeah, well,
think?
I guess that's Tislam. Tislam, come on in, God. Come on in. Go to the very beginning of the chat room, and you see Streamline, and you punch it on Streamline, and then you see where to put your name at, and then you stroll down, and then you punch right in where we at right now. Yo,
Yeah, I
oh,
put the
welcome.
link.
Come on.
I put the link right there. So
Yeah, but I don't know if they know what they're looking at. That's my question. So I don't know if they know that, if they understand what they're looking at when you see Streamline, StreamYard. I'm saying Streamline and StreamYard. You just tap on it and you punch
what
right on in.
what did you think about the live last week?
Uh, everybody ain't the
So what
same,
about
but
putting it around?
everybody isn't the same.
If you talk about the are you talking about the damn? what's it called? The shipping container. That's what I was talking about. When if putting it underground, you would need to reinforce it.
Yeah, I'm not the mechanic. I'm not the professional with that because I know you also got to deal with electricity with thunderbolts and lightning, and you got to know what you. I don't know what to do or how to do it or what to do to make sure it's right and exact and it's safe. The safety
You
always
said
comes first.
thunderbolts and lightning. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, like if you got a rainstorm, you might have thunder and lightning. And if you don't, I don't know what to do or how to do it, but you gotta like if you get thunderbolt or lightning, it might strike it. You might get electrocuted. I don't know exactly what to do or how to do it. Again, I'm not an electrician. Yeah, do you understand what I'm talking about?
You're talking about if you have a container?
I'm talking about anything like that goes in the ground. You know, especially deal with metal, like ground. I think you call it grounded.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'll leave that for the professionals because whatever you put in the ground, it got to be grounded. So when a rainstorm come or a thunderstorm come, some thunder and lightning is a thunderbolt. And if it's not grounded, it could go very bad for you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, thunderbolt.
Yeah, I don't know if that would affect it. Um,
We just
yeah.
trying to stop from getting electrocuted on a damn thunderstorm. That's the point. I don't. I would let the professionals handle that or school me on it so I know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah,
Like
it
they always told us, don't never go under a tree when it's thunder and lightning, because if that electricity hit that tree and you under that tree, you gonna catch it. You gonna catch a lightning. You gonna catch a lightning bolt at you,
yeah,
like
so
something like touching the third rail.
if you have a
It
shipping
says
container
that.
underground and electricity hits it or hits the ground, you think it will go and hit the shipping container through the ground?
I don't have the faintest idea, God. All I know is the word um grounded, like a metal rod coming out of the ground. If you touch that metal rod and it's a thunderbolt that hit it, lightning, you can get electrocuted through thunder and lightning. You know,
Uh,
you know what I'm
proper
saying?
preparation prevents poor PP.
Performance. I used to have a shirt.
think
I used to
so.
have a baseball cap like that. Proper
Misspelled.
preparation prevent poor performance. I used to have a baseball cap like that.
My apologies. Okay, no doubt. Bankruptcy, Spirit Airlines. Yeah, you got anything to build on, God? Because if not, I'm gonna end this one.
I would love for brothers and sisters to come on and build, and we can expand it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they wish to build on wisdom. You know, the victory, the goal we achieve by no longer being conquered by the devil through his trickery and deception. And revealing his trickery and his lies, especially on religion, because our coach is our God. It isn't no white supremacy religion. You know, just punch on the stream yard and come on board, and we could build. You know, always welcome.
Yeah, there's only two people in here, so Yeah, I'll just end it. I'm about to get some God degree anyway, so I just wanted to keep it consistent.
I was hoping that we could add on to something positive so somebody can learn something, anything, to add on. Everything counts. Even
Yeah,
if it's
but
2 people, 3 people, 4 people.
yeah, what we was just talking about for an hour, that's a great add-on. That's something
Right,
that we haven't talked about before. I mean, we
right,
went through it a little bit, like a year ago or something, but it's better than saying the same old thing every single time.
right, exactly. Our knowledge is infinite. Wisdom on wisdom is knowledge in your knowledge first. Substance is good, but comes first.
Yeah,
Wisdom in our substance. That's nice. Show improving kinetic energy. That's nice, but you got to start with potential energy. What do you have? What do you know? That comes first. Then what you speak and what you divine expressions you share comes second.
yeah, true indeed. Because last week it was I was going to end it, and then it was going to be like an hour, and then uh you hopped on, and then it extended, and then yeah, you look like you about to get some rest yourself, and
I'm
then
with you, girl.
Dark
I'm with
Kim
you.
hopped on, and then Lord Kashim hopped on, and then it turned out to be a 5 hour live, and it was only going to be like 1 hour, and that's why I wasn't
Right.
doing it that much.
Well, do you think it's good enough? Do you think that we accomplished something in the cipher we had just now? Or do you
I
think that
did,
we
I did.
eh,
Whether or not people take anything from it, that's on them.
right? Did I share enough to help add on to the cipher?
I did.
Or did I?
I think so.
Okay. Well, it's your call, it's your show, it's your rules.
True indeed. And so, yeah, if you wanna swing it solo, you can, But I'm about to get some God.
Yeah. It's your call. Now I guess we'll try again next Friday if that's what you want to do.
True indeed.
Yeah, that's the story, God.
All right.
Peace to the God.
Peace. All right. So, no doubt, no doubt. Guess people weren't really feeling this topic. That's all peace. We dealing with the real stuff right now, and so you know that's the case. And I'm gonna say peace to the gods, peace to the earths, peace to the babies, man, peace to the babies, peace to the civilized, and peace to the uncivilized. So uncivilized needed more. Peace.